Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to get started with CRIMS. We have got also two other videos that we are going to upload on the same, that is on customer handling and of course on reporting. So to get started with CRIMS, the things that you need to know, that is the item configurations, item registration and mapping, and of course the user account management. Now I'll go straight to the login interface and I'm going to use an admin account so that we first start by the first thing, item configurations, and I'll just log in using that account. Yeah, that was wrong password or email. Right, now on item configuration, this is found on the configuration section. Here are the item categories and item units. I'll start by item categories. Items can have various categories. You already have some registered here, that is grains, vegetables. You can have fruits, and I can register fruits using that. And I can define which counties these apply to. So I'm just going to mark all of these because these fruits can, of course, be found in the 3 columns. And I can register any other category like other. And I can still say that is also available in maybe 2 or 3 counties, depends. Yeah, so I just mark that and save. So if you want to edit or delete any category, you can always click that, edit. You can always edit or delete it, or you can even rename it. Yeah, so that is why we have this particular action column. If there is a problem during registration, you'll see a notification problem above here, and of course the system will explain to you what the problem is. Actually, the system does not accept any duplicates. That means if you have a name, you cannot register a similar name in category section. That is the first thing. The second thing is registration of item units, and these are measurement units. Measurement units are things like kilograms. We have pieces, we have dozens, we have milliliters, liters, and all that. So these ones are quite a number. So you can register them using this particular registration form, and of course you can edit to correct any mistake you must have made, or change it, or even delete if there's a problem. So that is the first thing that you need to know. Now, with this, you can now register an item. How? If you go to the dashboard, we have this particular button here named register an item. So I'll click on that and it will get me this particular form. So I can register any item. I can say I'm registering fruits and this is banana. Then I can say, okay, maybe I'm measuring it in kilograms when I'm going to store it. What are the tax types? I'll just say exempt because these are farm produce. What is the price per day, per crate, when I'm storing this banana? I'll say, for example, 10 bob. If I have any explanation, I can put it here. And of course, I'll make it active. Any item which is inactive, that means that is an item which has been suspended and cannot be used for any transaction in the system. Then I hit save button. Once I do that, the system will redirect me to this item profile upon successful registration. Now, we have got this particular section which will allow me redistribute item. Redistribute item is what will help associate this particular item per location, in this case per county, and that is in this particular tab. So you can see this banana is just registered in our item list but not redistributed. So you have to map it to the respective counties. So in this case, I'll just click that redistribute button and say, okay, banana, I'm only going to store it or transact it in Nakuru and not any other county. Or I can say I'm going to transact it in Nakuru and Machakos and not Mombasa. So you can choose that and submit. In most cases, if you're at the terminal or if you're at the respective counties and you log in using your accounts, you'll not have options for the 3 counties. You only have the option for your county. That means the system ties you down just to your county. So I can do that, and I can of course edit this information, delete if there was a problem in that particular mapping. And that is how I'll configure the items and that is also how I'll ensure my item is redistributed. Now, the last thing about configuration is user account creation. Now, remember, the system is a centralized system, and in this particular system, we have user accounts mapping. Yeah. Before I proceed, let me just take you back one step before I get back again to the user creation. All the registered items, like the banana which we had, are found in the product section. Here I've got the items, which is a subsection under products, and you can see the bananas here. So I can register many items, and all of them will be found here. Just in case I need to edit it, I can click on the plus button, click edit or delete, and I should be able to still get back to the item profile, do any changes here or on the distribution section, and just save. Yeah, so that is what was missing out. Now, fast forward, how am I going to create the user accounts, and how am I going to manage the user accounts? This is very simple and straightforward. Once you log into the system, you have got system users here, and it's just a repetition, system users. I'll click on that. In this particular section, we have got a list, of course, of existing users, which you have here, and a form. This is hidden form. How to open it? You'll have to click on the plus icon to expand it. So I can register any user, and I say John Doe 2. Okay, John Doe 2, the second name. The phone number, that is a dummy phone number. Email, I'll say maybe this is doe2@mail.com, and of course an ID number, or a passport number. I'll use the dummy. I can select the role. So the role I can select maybe administrator or cashier. Yeah, then I'll save. So once I do that, the system will create an account for John Doe 2. And of course, a password will be sent to their email, so they can log into their email and get the password. If that doesn't, or if that isn't found in their email, either the spam folder or the inbox folder, you can still set this particular user as a password. How are you going to do that? This is a successful registration. So I can just get to John.2, click view, and set for them a password. I'm going to set a password here and have that change. So I've set for them a password that is overriding what has been sent to them through mail. The second thing that I can also do to this particular profile, all that I'll have to do is to ensure that this particular John is mapped to their respective section or counties. And how am I going to do that? In this particular form, we have got locations. So I'll change this and say, okay, John is mapped to Nakuru. You'll have to do that, then save. So by doing that, information has been updated successfully. John is mapped to Nakuru County, and if they log in, they'll only be seeing data and information related to that particular county. If I want to change their mapping, I can still do that by just updating this appropriately. Now, for admins, that is at the gain offices, their account will be mapped to cold room inventory. That is like the umbrella organization in the system itself, so that they're not tied to a specific county, and that gives them a leeway to see and retrieve data per given county. So at the county level, they must be mapped to their respective county. And of course, never make anyone a super user, not unless they're from the gain offices. Second, under active checkbox, you'll have to maintain it active if this particular user is going to access the system again and again. If you want to suspend their account, you'll have just to uncheck that and save the changes. In this case, we are not going to deactivate this account. And now, John.2 can easily come and log in to the system. And of course, using that and the password which I set to them. Now you see the UI is different, and everything pulled here is just for Nakuru County. So that is how I'm also going to manage my user account. Stay tuned for the next video. In that video, we're going to talk about customer handling, receiving goods, issuances, and wastages. Thank you.